Hi, I'm Chris Ryan, down here at the Belfry in the Telemed Performance Centre, and we are going to go through a really simple but effective drill that you can do, which is going to help you feel a better downswing. Just before we do the drill, because we are going to need to go outside, down in the corner of the screen, hopefully about now you should have the details for Facebook, for Twitter and Instagram. If you would like to go ahead and connect with me, you can do via those. It'd be good to get some input from you on videos you would like me to film going forwards. So for this drill, you're going to need two things which hopefully are quite readily available. You are going to need an alignment stick or something similar, and you're going to need a wall. Now in here I don't have a wall, so we're going to pop outside where I do have a wall, and we're going to go through exactly how you're going to do the drill. Right, so you can see I've managed to find myself a wall. Well, close to the wall, it's kind of one of the shutters for the custom fit suites that we use, but it's going to serve the purpose. So the idea here is to get you to sort of feel and understand a little bit more about how the golf club, or in this case the alignment stick, should work during the downswing, and how that's related to how the body should work in the downswing as well. So what we're going to get you to do is just take the alignment stick and hold probably about 6 to 8 inches down, so it's not the full length, and just hold it like your normal golf club, and just take your starting position in good posture. So you can see there how my heels are probably about a foot from the actual shutter itself. So I want you to get your heels about a foot away from the wall, or in this case it's the shutter. And you can see from that camera angle there that I've just got myself into normal posture. Now what I want you to do from here is, as best you can, try and make a pretty good mock backswing. And at the top of your backswing, we should be trying to get the end of this alignment stick about in contact with the wall. So you can see there that I've got that in contact with the wall. Now, we're not going to worry too much about the backswing. We're going to worry a little bit more about how we're starting the downswing. So for those golfers out there who struggle with fades, who struggle with pulls, who struggle with slices, who feel like they cut across the wall, they don't transfer as much energy as they would like, what we would tend to find would be that if we were to make this backswing, where the stick is in contact with the wall, quite early in that downswing, the stick probably steepens a little bit and also moves off that wall here. So you can see from the other different camera angle, I've got that stick a lot steeper, and it's certainly moved away from the wall. If we continue, we're probably going to find our delivery position looks a little bit more like this, and then from there we're probably going to find that we have a path which is to the left, unless we really try and recover it at the last moment, which some golfers do try and do, but it's not the best way to play. So that is going to be kind of very much in sync with those golfers who feel like they hit their fades and their slices. So what are we trying to do? Well, we're going to try and get you to feel it from the top. We actually get the stick to just move down the shutter in this case, or the wall. Now, it's not quite as simple as that, because we have to look at what the body's doing. Let me go ahead and do a good demonstration, and we'll talk a little bit more of what I've done to do that. So normal setup, 6 inches down on my alignment stick, backswing in contact with the wall, and then as I start down, I've managed to keep my alignment stick a lot more in contact with that wall, and then from there, which is around about shoulder height, I could start to really open up my body and my chest and get that feeling that that stick leaves the wall, and that's hopefully going to give me a better delivery and a better golf shot as a result. Now, just getting the alignment stick to move down this wall unfortunately isn't enough, because there are a couple of different ways that we can do that. Let me just show you from the different angle, and I want to show you the good and the bad. So this would be hopefully what we're looking to do. Up to the top, and my body rotates back towards the target. That would be the good one. What we don't want you to do is feel like from the top, we start to extend the body this way, which is another very good way of getting that alignment stick to move down the wall, but you can see just what that's done to my body shape from the other camera angle. From here, I am possibly going to be able to deliver the club from the inside, but I'm going to find it very difficult to put any kind of pressure on the golf ball. I'm going to find it difficult to get my right angle of attack, and I'm going to find that I probably have a very high rate of closure of the club face as my arms start to overtake through impact. Those golfers will find that they can hit draw shots, but they will also find they hit lots of pushes, lots of hooks, and they don't really have a huge amount of control over the curvature. So let's just show you that one again, because from the top, we want to make sure that we're not extending the body to cause that stick to drop. From the face-on view, you will see that my lead shoulder goes very much up, and my head almost tips back away. That's the wrong way. We've got to make sure we don't do that. In the good motion, I'm feeling like my lead shoulder is still moving what I call down and around. So I'm starting to feel like I rotate my body back the way it came from as I start to feel that that club, or that alignment stick in this case, moves down that shutter. So just going ahead and making some of these is going to hopefully be a very, very good way for you to feel what we're trying to do in that downswing. Two things really, we focus on here, what the body does and what the alignment stick does. If we can get the two to work correctly, we're going to get some really, really good feels, and in turn that's going to hopefully help us generate some better positions in our downswing. So let's just go through once more what we're not after. We do not want either the club to move very quickly off the shutter and steepen, but equally we don't want to keep the alignment stick on the shutter by early extending the body, lifting the lead shoulder too much, bending too much to the right, because yes, that club or that alignment stick will move down the shutter, but from there we're going to find it very, very difficult to get the correct impact. Let's just go through once more the correct move, which is going to be up, find the shutter, body works correctly on the way down, and I feel like I get into this position here where I've got the stick down the shutter, and from there I could just turn through and swing through. Quite a good drill. One of the better drills I've found to really get someone to understand what they're trying to do. If we can understand what we're trying to do, we've got a much greater chance of hitting the shot that we're after. Right, let's jump back inside, let's hit a couple of shots and see if we can replicate what we've just done. So I've jumped back inside now, I've done my rehearsals, I've used that wall drill, I've got the right feels, I've got the right ideas, so I'm now going to try and hit a shot implementing those ideas. So what I would suggest is that when you go to hit shots, not a bad idea to actually make some rehearsals first, trying to feel the movements that you've just created, but obviously this time with a golf club and without the wall behind you. Now I'm going to hit a shot, I'm going to show you from a couple of different angles. This is not something I do particularly well in my golf swing. I tend to steepen the club at the top and then flatten it far too late in the golf swing. So I'll put it on video for you so you can see, but it may not be exactly what I've tried to explain you to do. Let's go ahead and hit one. I've just got a mid-iron here, and I'd advise doing this with a mid-iron initially. We don't want to work into something that's too long. So just going to do that rehearsal once again, up to the top, feel like I'm moving in that way, and let's go ahead and hit it. Not too bad. I'll have to have a look at that back and see how well I did. It's definitely something I'm working towards. I do tend to steepen the club a little too much to the top, and then I can't quite get exactly what I'm trying to do out there, but it's something I'm working towards, and it's something that many of you will find helpful. Right, hopefully that helped. Again, hopefully it's something that you can practically do. You can do it maybe at home, just a wall outside. I'm sure many of you have got an alignment stick or something similar that you can use. If you don't have an alignment stick, nothing wrong with taking your golf club but spin it around this way, so you're not scratching the club head against the wall or wherever you're using. That's not a bad way of doing it, but it's a really good way, as I say, of understanding what the body's doing and what the club's doing and linking them two together. We can't be just concerned with one thing, i.e. the club, and forget the body, because often the body can create some positions of the club which are good, but the body's not working correctly, if that kind of makes sense. So go ahead and do that drill. Let me know in the comments box how it got on, whether it helped, whether it was useful. As I say, definitely one of the better drills I've found to help people feel this feeling or this move in the downswing. Like button down there, and also a link to subscribe if you haven't done already. You'll just get first access to my videos. Right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.